Hello, my name is Manish Chowdhury. I'm the founder and CEO of Go eCart, the omni-channel commerce service provider. I'm joined here with Tom Kaufman from Juno Active and Junonia, one of our esteemed clients. Welcome, Tom.
Welcome, Manish.
Well, I'm so glad you could join us at IRCE 2014.
Yeah, it's very exciting. There's lots going on here. I'm really pleased that you invited me, and I'm here for you.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'm so glad you had an opportunity to walk the floor, attend some sessions, and you just reminded me today that today is our 1-year anniversary since the date we started working together.
That's right. It was a year ago today. We flipped the switch and started working with Go eCart, and it's been uphill all the way.
Well, so you've really had, you have the benefit of having seen the Go eCart software, the Go eCart service over a pretty decent period of time, and you've witnessed firsthand. So I want to talk a little bit about Junonia first. What does Juno Active and Junonia do?
Juno Active is a brand of plus-size women's activewear, and we promote active life for our plus-size customers.
Awesome. So apparel, that's a pretty hot category in internet and e-commerce. I know you guys started out primarily as a cataloger, made the transition into more or less an e-commerce company. You still send out plenty of catalogs, and you were using older systems prior to Go eCart. Specifically, you were using Ecometry, which has been there for decades as the OMS, the order management system, and you had an in-house e-commerce software which was custom home-built, and then you were using some additional reporting tools. You were using Excel for purchasing. Tell us a little bit about what has changed since you migrated over to Go eCart.
Well, the best thing that has happened is all of our support services are using the same system. Our fulfillment is using Go eCart to fulfill orders. Our call center is using Go eCart to answer customers' questions about orders and to enter orders. And our operations team and purchasing teams are using Go eCart. So we're all working off the same page.
And what do you find? Do you find is that a better system for merchants, or do you think when you had these disparate systems, what are the challenges that you guys were facing that this all-in-one encompassing suite resolves?
Well, with disparate systems, you're always trying to make the one talk to the other and make sense out of what each of them are saying, because sometimes they're unique in the information they're providing. So Go eCart provides a one-stop shop to get all the information we need to run the business.
Well, thank you, Tom. I know most of our viewers are most interested in financial results, and they're most interested in the bottom line. And when we looked at the data last, which was just a couple of days ago, we found that 2014, since moving to Go eCart, your revenues have increased almost 24%. Average order value is up 22%, and the conversion rate, the e-commerce website conversion rate, is up 26%. So you're almost like, on average, 25% up across the board. So to talk a little bit about that growth, where is that coming from?
Well, the growth is coming from touching our customers' experience. This last week we turned on a feature in Go eCart for abandoned carts, and our orders jumped 28%. We captured 28% more customers in the last week than we had previously.
Wow, that is amazing. The beauty of it is you guys turned this feature on. You didn't really even have to notify anyone. You didn't have to ask anyone. And what we got when we met here was, hey, we got 28% more orders. I think that's beautiful.
It's wonderful. I love it.
Well, awesome. I hope we can replicate the same level of success for all our other merchants. Tell our viewers a little bit about your experience. You are a engineer by training. you understand all the technical stuff. Well, not a lot of our viewers are not as technical as you are, so tell us about your experience. I mean, and you corrected me in terms of migrating from Ecometry, which is a pretty enterprise class order management system. It's not something that's super simple, and we made that migration happen in record 36 days. And please tell us a little bit about what that experience was like.
Well, it was very enlightening for me because I had never been in a retail setting before, and I took the data that we had out of Ecometry, we loaded it into GoEcart via Excel spreadsheets. The support team helped us massage that data in some regards, and all our orders, all our information during this downtime were collected and subsequently loaded into GoEcart. So we didn't lose a step along the way. We did have to delay our shipping slightly, but we moved the warehouse during this 36-day period as well. So as of the 1st of July, we were running full speed and orders were coming in and product was going out. It was perfect.
Wow, so you actually moved your warehouse miles away. You changed the system, Ecometry, swapped it out, connected it to your existing website, all in 36 days. And did your customers feel that pain? Was there any downtime during that process?
There was some shipping delays for about 2 weeks, so we did have some slight pain there, but it was really marginal. It wasn't really that significant.
I see. But were there any downtime in terms of collecting orders, taking orders?
No, orders flowed the whole time.
Excellent.
It was perfect.
Well, one of the things that our viewers are most interested is this implementation process and the rigor and the service, because no matter how good the software is, people are always concerned when they're putting their critical business, the entire business, at the hands of a platform like GoEcart. Can you talk a little bit about that experience? I mean, you've been in the industry for a very long time. You've dealt with many systems out there.
Yes, the support we received from GoEcart as part of the implementation was very well documented. They went through a rigorous process to ensure that all the data was migrated correctly and all the settings in the system were set up properly for our needs. GoEcart is very customizable. There's lots of little switches that you can turn on or off depending on how you want the website to work, and GoEcart helped us along that whole path. It was really nice.
Well, thank you, Tom. And any other tips that you might share with the merchants? Anything that you picked up here at IRCE? Anything that you words of wisdom or advice that you may have for other merchants who either are considering new applications, new systems, be it GoEcart or something else? What advice would you share with them?
Well, focus on your customers. They're your lifeblood, and it's all about the customer experience.
Agreed. I think it starts with the customers and ends with the customer. We live in the new world, and that's the theme that I'm seeing here at IRCE.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.